shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. With Crystalized being all said and done for over a month at this point, a lot of people's opinions on the season have been finalised, so to speak, and a lot of people have started to like it more than they originally did. With this being said, I've noticed something that's been said over the internet, and it stems from an absolute classic quote from Ninjago. Quote unquote, "The best way to defeat your enemy is to make them your friend." So what exactly does this have in relation to Crystalized, and how does it help fix some of the season's issues? Well, that's exactly what we're about to talk about today, so let's just get straight into this. Now, to be much more specific here, people have been bringing up this quote in regards to Harumi and her entire arc and story throughout the season, as she ended up having a redemption of sorts towards the end. She joined the ninja team, and, well, that was it was all said and done. This quote has become relevant as a result of this, and basically people are wondering, does this quote hold true until the very end, even in Season 15? Now, when people say this, they mean that, well, the best way to defeat your enemy truly is to make them your friend, as Lloyd managed to do with Harumi here. After seasons of struggling with Harumi, obviously having some form of PTSD about Harumi since Season 9 and whatnot, there has been this constant struggle that we've gotten small little glimpses of in the back of Lloyd's mind, and finally, he's basically defeated Harumi by making her his friend. And that's exactly what this entire thing is about at its absolute core. This is what people are talking about when they say, well, this actually helps to fix Harumi's massive problem that she had throughout Crystalized, because a lot of people have kind of been swayed now because of this quote and other things like this, and they are kind of justifying Harumi's return, if that makes sense. And I actually think that's a really fair argument. I do quite like that as well, because it holds true to an absolutely classic quote way back from in Season 1, when we first mentioned that quote, and seeing it back in Season 15 all of this time later, you know, it's kind of impactful and is a little bit powerful in that way. However, you guys know me, and you know I have ranted about Harumi and how she turned good a lot in the past, and that's not because I hate her character. I just personally believe she could have gone a much different route that would have been more beneficial to her character, if that makes sense. And while I do see where people are coming from with that quote, again, I just don't really like how it was applied to Harumi in this particular instance. I don't believe someone as completely ruthless as Harumi should have had this redemption in this way, and at the very least, if they were going to do a redemption, this is a little bit off topic, but I just have to say it anyway, I think that more depth to it would have been better, because once she turned good, we didn't really see anything from her ever again. She was just kind of in the background smiling, and that was literally it. There was never anything else said once she turned on the Overlord and attacked him. That was basically it, which is a real shame. But again, I do see why people are applying that old quote to this particular instance, because it, of course, does match up perfectly. And if people want to make this kind of connection and parallel it with that, then honestly, I do not have a problem with it. And I think it's, again, kind of a powerful statement to make in the realm of Ninjago. I think it's kind of great how such an old quote has managed to become so relevant all of these seasons later. Again, though, just the fact that it's applied to Harumi in this case, not the biggest fan of it. I think it would have been better to just kind of get rid of her once again and, you know, leave her character on that note. Have her be so twisted that she can't possibly think about redemption. I think that was a much better way to go with her character. And so overall, again, as I keep saying and reiterating here, I'm a big fan of the quotes people keep bringing up. I just wish that maybe it was connected to a different character in this case, and was connected to a different villain instead of Harumi. I just think that Harumi is one of those characters that should be so twisted she never gets a redemption, and I think that would be a much more powerful way to end off her character. I don't think everybody needs a redemption, especially not Harumi in this particular instance. And so with all of this being said, I hope you were able to take away my own thoughts from this. Hopefully I was able to make myself clear and reiterate this point over, because again, it's a really interesting topic to talk about, and it's one I thought would be really great to talk about here today. With all of this being said though, hopefully you were able to see my thoughts, even if you do disagree with what I have to say. But now I turn it over to you guys. What did you guys think about all of this? Be sure to drop your thoughts down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video here today, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new content whenever I do post it. With all of this being said, I will see you all soon for my next one. Goodbye.